another episode of Jump into Fire Safety with Katie. Today we're going to talk about something really important as we get ready to head back to school, fire safety. Whether you're a student, a parent, or a teacher, fire safety is something we all need to keep in mind, both at school and at home. So let's jump right in. First up, let's talk about fire safety at home. Before the school year kicks into full gear, it's a great time to test all the smoke and carbon monoxide alarms in your house. Make sure they're working properly and don't forget to replace the batteries if needed. It's also a good idea to review your family's fire escape plan. Do you know 2 ways out of every room and where your family will meet outside? Practicing these plans can save lives, so make it a fun family activity. And parents, it's important that your children know exactly what to do if the smoke or carbon monoxide alarm goes off when they're home alone. Make sure they understand to get out immediately and call 911 from outside of the house. At our house, we test our alarms the Canadian way with a hockey stick. So all I do is take an object and press the test button in the center of the alarm. As we move from home to school, let's talk about fire drills. I know, fire drills can seem like a break from class, but they're serious business. When that alarm goes off, you need to know exactly where to go and what to do. Always listen to your teachers, follow the evacuation routes, and leave all your stuff behind. The faster and safer you can get out, the better. Check out this next video where my friends at Friendland Township Public School Summer Camp demonstrate a mock fire drill in action. Let's not forget about transportation safety. We're here at Kawartha Lakes Bus Lines, located at 123 Walsh Road in Lindsay. We're going to cover what bus drivers and students are taught to ensure safety during an emergency. When it comes to emergency evacuations, the primary concern for bus drivers is the safety of children. If there's no immediate threat, like fire or significant damage inside the bus, students should stay on the bus. However, if there is a fire or damage, immediate evacuation is necessary. Here's what bus drivers are trained to do during an evacuation. Bus drivers stay calm and direct students clearly and calmly. This helps keep the situation under control and ensures everyone knows what to do. Drivers choose the safest exit point based on the situation, ensuring it's clear and accessible. Responsible older students exit first and help younger children off the bus safely. An older student is asked to go to a safe spot at least 100 feet away from the bus, where bus patrollers can help direct the children. Students are guided off the bus, 1 row at a time, for an organized evacuation. Drivers count the students as they exit to ensure everyone is accounted for. The driver exits last, goes to the safe spot, and counts the students again to make sure that everyone is out. Students also play a crucial role during an evacuation. Students must listen to the driver's instructions and stay calm. Following directions carefully helps everyone stay safe. Students must be aware of the emergency exits on the bus and use them as directed. If you're an older student, help younger or less experienced students exit off the bus safely. Leave the bus in an orderly fashion, row by row, and don't push or shove. After exiting, go directly to the designated safe spot at least 100 feet away from the bus, or as instructed by the driver or bus patrollers. At Kawartha Lakes Bus Lines, bus drivers receive comprehensive training when they're hired. This includes fire and evacuation safety procedures. They also participate in an annual review at the startup of every year to refresh their knowledge. Additionally, evacuations are held at the beginning of each school year for every busload of students to practice these important procedures. Both drivers and students have essential responsibilities during an emergency. By following these procedures and working together, we can ensure that everyone stays safe. For those of you heading off to college or university, fire safety is just as important in student residence. Make sure you know the fire evacuation plan for your building and never block exits with furniture or other items. Let's check out this next video brought to us by the Michael H. Minger Foundation about fire safety for hard of hearing students.
My name is Sarah. I'm 20 years old. I'm from Connecticut and I was born deaf. I'm a third year at Northeastern University. I'm studying human services and I'm getting a minor in sociology. I know I want to work with children and I want to help kids who have disability to grow up and do anything they want to do. When I was a kid, I did ballet, soccer, basketball, cheerleading, Girl Scout, everything. But it's kind of nice to be able to prove to my school that just because I can't hear doesn't mean I can't participate. One of the biggest challenges that I've had is living on my own. Something might happen, so I've definitely had to teach myself to become more careful and more aware since I live on my own. One of the things that I've had to become more aware of is fire safety. Cooking fire is one of the leading causes of home fires in the nation. When I'm cooking, I have to be careful what I wear. So wearing a scarf and having my hair down, it could catch on fire. So I have to make sure I'm wearing the right clothes. Another thing that I learned about cooking is never leave my cooking alone, never walk away, go into another room, always stay with whatever I'm making. If there's a grease fire, if you put water on it, it's gonna expand and explode. So never put water on a grease fire. Put a lid on a fire. Another thing about fire safety are the things that keep me safe, such as smoke alarm and fire equipment. Because I can't hear, I live in a dorm that has a special fire alarm. So if the fire alarm ends up going off, there's a flashing light that'll get my attention and then I can get up and get out of the dorm. You should always have a sprinkler where you live. Automatic fire sprinklers will put out fires and give you time to get out of the building. If the fire alarm goes off, I should always know 2 ways to get out of the building in case there's a fire. You want to make sure that you have a second way out in case the first way, the way you came in, is blocked, no matter where you are. If you're in a dorm, classroom, movie theater, restaurant, anywhere you are, you should know 2 ways to get out. You should practice getting out your second exit because you want to make sure it's not blocked by bicycles or trash cans or anything else. It's very important that I'm prepared for a fire emergency, regardless of where I am. School, my dorm, classroom, movie theater, anywhere. You can always talk to a fire safety official or someone from the fire department to learn more about fire safety. Remember, fire safety is part of living.
If you're living off campus, the same rules apply, plus a few more. Off-campus housing might not have the same safety features as dorms, so it's up to you to be extra vigilant. First, check that your smoke and carbon monoxide alarms are working when you move in. Make sure your landlord has installed these devices and that the building meets the Ontario Fire Code requirements. Up next is a clip from the documentary 9 Fires, which highlights a tragic off-campus housing fire and emphasizes the critical need to check for fire safety when searching for off-campus housing before you sign the lease. The full documentary can be found at www.mingerfoundation.com.
Boston University students were trapped when a fire broke out in their off-campus house. The fire happened on a cold, snowy Sunday morning, forcing students to jump from windows on all 3 floors of the building.
Life rides on the edge of a dime, and that you can have a tragic accident happen that can change your life forever within minutes.
At around 7 a.m., I think it was, we woke up to the sound of the smoke detector. We both actually thought that it was just my roommate's alarm at first, so I tried to roll over and go back to sleep like nothing was happening. When it didn't stop, my girlfriend actually got up and noticed and mentioned to me that there was smoke coming in through my door. And that's when, I first realized that something was actually going on. My roommate Benji had to jump out of the 2nd floor. Josh jumped out of the 3rd floor. He was the only one who lived up on that floor.
I think the first thing I remember is waking up in the rehab hospital for the first time, looking around and looking at my feeding tube and looking at my bandage on my neck and just being really mad.
Josh was hospitalized for about 11 weeks after his accident. 2 of them, he was in a coma in the ICU at Beth Israel Deaconess Hospital, and then for the remainder of his hospitalization, he was recuperating at Spaulding Rehabilitation Hospital. So one of the first problems was that we had to drop everything in our lives to be at the bedside.
Yeah, I can't see, and I can't speak, I can't walk. It's like, I don't know. It's just weird. Just a weird new existence. My speech is not what it used to be because of my brain injury. I'm not sure if it affected my hearing because I think it actually helped my hearing because my sight is really poor right now.
I am sure that every single parent that I interacted with, parents of college-age students, are a lot more vigilant at this time about checking smoke detectors and checking for sprinkler systems and checking for fire escapes and checking for college policies about these sort of things, because every single one of them understands that devastating accidents like this can happen very, very quickly, and it's just another risk that you have to add to all the other risks that you send with your child off to college.
Remember, fire safety is something we should all take seriously. Whether you're at home, at school, in a dorm, or off-campus housing, by being prepared and knowing what to do, we can keep ourselves and those around us safe. Thanks for watching this episode of Jump Into Fire Safety with Katie. I hope you learned something new today, and remember, fire safety is everyone's responsibility. Stay safe and have a great start to the school year. We'll see you next time. For more information, please find us at www.kawarthalakes.ca/fire or at our new Facebook page at Kawartha Lakes Fire Rescue Service.